All right, I just want to take a minute and talk about a little problem that I have with the CIA, and not just in general, but their whole mission to take down Wikileaks and Julian Assange. I mean, everybody knows that our intelligence agencies hate Wikileaks. They make that very clear. Donald Trump's own CIA director, Mike Pompeo, has considered Wikileaks to be a non state hostile intelligence agency, whatever that means. And he also said that people like Julian Assange and Edward Snowden don't care about anything but making a name for themselves. And I mean, it's really this sad, pathetic attempt to brainwash an entire country into associating WikiLeaks with the bad guys like ISIS. And it's so ridiculous that I find myself thinking, like, good try, Pompeo. Nobody's going to buy this nonsense. And then I get on Facebook or Twitter and I see people that I actually know calling Julian Assange an international war criminal. So, welcome to American Doublethink, where exposing international war crimes now makes you an international war criminal. The UK has an arrest warrant on Julian Assange, and this is most likely because they have a deal to extradite him to the US if they ever get the chance. And, okay, the first and most obvious defense for WikiLeaks is the United States Constitution, the First Amendment that protects freedom of speech in the press. But no one wants to talk about that. And I saw this on WikiLeaks' website. In January of 2015, several members of WikiLeaks staff received notice that Google had given all of their emails and metadata to the United States government on the basis of alleged conspiracy and espionage warrants, carrying up to 45 years in prison. The warrants reveal for the first time a clear list of the alleged offenses the U.S. government is trying to apply in its attempt to build a prosecution against Julian Assange and other WikiLeaks staff. And I find some of these pretty interesting, like whoever knowingly converts to his use or the use of another, or without authority, sells, conveys, or disposes of any record, voucher, money, or thing of value of the United States or of any department or agency thereof. So, kind of like when the former FBI director James Comey asked his friend to leak his own memo to the press and admitted that he did it in order to prompt the appointment of a special counsel. Kind of like that. Or this one, which says, whoever lawfully having possession of any document, writing, basically anything relating to the national defense, willfully communicates to any person not entitled to receive it. To me, this looks like it applies to someone within the government because it's referring to someone who lawfully has possession and shows it to someone not entitled to receive it, aka the media outlet. But if they are trying to apply this to WikiLeaks, then I guess it would apply to all the other media outlets too. So, like when the New York Times published Comey's memo instead of turning it over to the Department of Justice, or when the Guardian published the internal NSA spying documents provided by Edward Snowden. And then where does it end? Like, is it just the first media outlet to publish something that gets in trouble, or does the law continue to apply? Because I'm pretty sure ABC News and BBC both aired that video that Chelsea Manning leaked showing US soldiers opening fire on civilians. Does this count too? It's funny how it's only a crime if WikiLeaks does it. My question is, if WikiLeaks goes away, do you think the US intelligence agencies are going to stop there? Or will they go after the next media organization that decides to expose corruption? It's really a crazy world that we live in here where we make people political prisoners for doing the right thing. People have to stop falling for the fraudulent programming that they're feeding us. When the government claims that they're protecting America or protecting our national security, what they really mean is they're protecting their neocon money grubbing agendas and military industrial complex partnerships from the average citizen of the United States. They're protecting themselves from us. It's time we stop falling for it and instead start supporting people like Julian Assange.